Hey there, my name is Baraxil and welcome to my Evolution of Combat Dungeoneering guide. I know that lots of people have been worrying about Dungeoneering and the evolution of combat when it comes out because it might be hard and floors might take longer, but don't worry guys, it's not so bad. So come along with me and I'll walk you through a dungeon and show you the basics. Okay, so here we are in the floor and first of all, let's get started. We'll get some rune essence to make some runes, and rune crafting in the beta is different with the new MakeX interface, as you can see here. And it's quite simple to use. All you have to do is click on the law rune, click on the big blue bar that says rune crafting, step away once you've made all the runes you'd like, then click on cosmic runes, runecraft, and same as other. Let's make a few more law runes actually, though we won't be even using all of them. Alright, so now you're going to want to take a salvio from the table, drag it over here, so this way, when you press 1 in your keyboard or on your action bar, you'll eat any salvios in your inventory. Let's start customizing this bar, which will be your main Dungeoneering bar. What are you going to want? Teleports, of course, to get around the floor easily. So let's put our group Gatestone teleport right here. How about create Gatestone here? And what happens when we do this? It creates a Gatestone since we have the runes for it. So let's place Gatestone teleport here, and in our inventory we can see our Gatestone that we just made. So let's drag it over here, and if we click here, it'll get dropped. Excellent. This way, let's see, let's just open this door real quick, and let's say I wanted to get to that door. Teleport, and there we go, we use the Gatestone that we've just created. Real simple. So we're going to want to keep this gated right now, so there we go, now it's gated. Very simple. Now before we head out, let's try to go further on with customizing our bar. And these changes remain saved after you leave the dungeon, so don't worry about that. Surge is a pretty cool ability in the Mage tab. It lets you teleport 10 squares forward in a room as long as there's no obstacles in the way. So if we click here, there we go, we're at the door practically already. That saves up some time. And the escape ability from the range tab is similar, except it teleports you backwards. But if you use one of these two, they'll both get the cooldown drain. So I'd just stick to Surge. See, it doesn't teleport as far. Alright, so what else are you going to want in your basic tab? You're going to want protection prayers to reduce the damage you take during the floor. So let's throw all of these here. And now, you will gain adrenaline while in combat during a guardian room or anything that involves killing monsters. But when you're done with that guardian room, your adrenaline will start going down. And so a good idea would be to drag the regenerate ability, which can be found in the Constitution tab. This converts any remaining adrenaline you have into life points as long as you're out of combat. So as soon as you finish a guardian room, you can just go ahead and use that and get some free life points. So here we have 2 empty slots that you can use to put Turmoil, Anguish, or Torment if you want one of those. Maybe you'd like to put them in one of your combat tabs, which I'll use in my second tab. So let's look at some melee abilities that we can use. Let's start dragging a couple basic ones in here. Backhand, that's a stunning ability. I'm not sure if it's worth using a lot in guardian rooms, but it may be handy for bosses. Fury, that's another good ability. And now, one of my personal favorites is Hurricane, which requires a 2-handed weapon and is a area of effect ability, which comes in real handy for guardian rooms, which with plenty of monsters surrounding you, so you can get a good hit on all of them at the same time. don't limit yourself to melee. You can also throw in some magic abilities. Tsunami is a great ultimate ability to have if you're using magic, since it deals a bunch of damage in front of everything in front of you. Let's throw in some ultimate abilities. Yeah, pulverize, that sounds good. And you can also do range abilities as well, but let's just stick to these for now. Maybe I'll throw in, where can I find? There we go, Quake. That's another area of effect ability. Now, I think it's safe to get started. Let's do it. So we run in here, pray magic, because there's a book. And so while you're in a guardian door, if you press T in your keyboard and click a monster, then go to your combat tab, you can see their weakness. So it's weak to range, so we'd better range it. See, we're getting some pretty good hits. Yeah, let's see what happens when we whack it with a sword. See, we can still hit it, but it's not as high and effective. So the combat triangle works pretty well, but it's not very strict, which makes things a lot easier, as you'll see later on. So let's keep going. And what do we have here? A door. Let's just get a bunch of adrenaline. See, I couldn't use my melee abilities because I was wielding a bow then. So I don't think I won't be able to use this tsunami ability since I'm not using magic right now. But if you are, it does come in handy. And it is recommended to have at least 2 different attack styles. I'm using melee and range here, as well as the correspondent armors for those attack styles. With the new bind system, Jagex allows us to bind 10 items, and it is a good idea to get the top and bottoms of each combat side. Oh, hey, we gated that door, remember? Well, now we're practically there, but just for the sake of it, let's teleport there. Whoops. But yeah, it is highly suggested to bind the top and bottoms of every, well, not every, but at least 2 sides of the combat triangle. Like for me, I would bind the plate body and plate legs, as well as ranging body like Sagittarian body and chaps, because not only do they increase your defense against the monsters. For example, plate body would help me against rangers, as I'm fighting right now. I'm barely getting hit, and Sagittarian would help me against mages. Not only does it give us good defense, but it also gives us a lot of life points. Look, life bonus 2376, that's a lot. It makes a huge difference. So let's just gate here and quickly run out and open that blue shield door that we saw earlier. And so now we have protect magic on us, we can see here, and there's not much more to this. I mean, having this action bar set up pretty much covers all you have to do in a floor, and then you just have the combat side of Dungeoneering, which is more flexible and varies depending on what kind of setup you have. But looks like we're done. I guess I can just demonstrate a few abilities real quickly and see if I can show off the hurricane ability, but there's not enough monsters here. I know a room where there are more monsters, but actually, you know what, I'll show you the regenerate ability. Actually, I'm liking this room. Let's use hurricane here. Alright, come over here, little doggy. Come here to where the shade is. Oh, he doesn't want to come. Alright, fine. Missing out on the fun. Oh, there we go. And now we should be good for some hurricane action. Boom. Look at those hits. Alright, and the shade is already dead. It was a baby shade. Alright, and now we're going to be out of combat, which means we go to our primary tab and we can see this regenerate ability, but it's not lit up because we're in combat still. So as soon as it starts draining, there we go, it lights up. And look at our health points. Not ready yet. There we go. Boom. And now, let's teleport and begin the boss. Calgar is not too scary. Not in the beta. Bosses are generally easier in the beta. Let's bust out some abilities on this big guy. Alright. There we go, look at those hits. Using abilities, people are afraid that clicking will be too intense. Well, even without using it, combat is still easy without using abilities. But as you can see, when I do use them, I hit really nicely. It just speeds it up so much. It's worth doing and learning how to use them properly. Oh, time to range him, and you know what that means? Let's use our ranging abilities. Alright. Anyways guys, I hope you enjoyed the guide, and I hope it serves you well while dungeoneering. Enjoy the evolution of combat. Peace!